Oh, that lot of adventurers is a bit strange, I guess, but they sure do know how to get the job done well for cheap. Imagine my surprise when I'm woken up at half 11 to find them coming back through the woods with the bandits. Pokemon, who would have thought? Not Benzema, that's for true. Well, they brought back an old look at mighty Sinnoh with them. Says it was raising a lot of them thieves. Can't be too mad though, once I found out the full story. Well, short things long, long things short, I guess. I don't need to worry about my stores getting pilfered again. Not with my new guard dog at my side. Ain't that right, Ripper?
The Volunteers Collective.
Where we last left off, our band of intrepid heroes had solved the quest from Benzema and gotten a little friend each. So it is the next morning, and you guys are at the Allfather's Hearth. Anything you guys want to do before you set off?
Eat. Hungry. Food.
What he said.
You guys walk down, and Benzema is at the bar, again, just kind of like cleaning up. And he just nods and he's just like, well then, are we looking for a meal before you head out?
Yes, food.
Please.
Do you have coffee?
What's that?
Fuck. Never mind.
Have a shot, it works the same.
All right, let me go ahead, cook something up. I'll be right with you.
And after about 10, 15 minutes, he brings you a nice hearty breakfast. You know, there's some sausages, some gruel, I don't know, some potatoes.
Stop feeding us gruel, Matt.
That's twice for our characters in the last 12 hours that we've eaten gruel.
It's the fucking Norse. I don't know what else they eat. Fine, you guys want Benzema throws some pemmican at you.
Perfect.
Some Sawsbuck Stantler pemmican as you leave.
Thank you, food.
I'm just glad to see he's not crying anymore. Last night when he started crying, that was like a 3-hour ordeal I did not need to deal with.
I forgot about that. That was very uncomfortable. I think I blocked that out.
You see, as you're on the way out, you see Benzema is just like on the floor snuggling with this mighty Sinnoh who is very at home.
Good to see the guard dog found a good home.
Very true.
Really glad we didn't have to snap its neck.
I wasn't gonna snap its neck.
Clyde, that was really fucked up, by the way. We need to discuss that at some point.
Right, if we're not going to discuss Guinan's sex dreams about her parents, we're not going to discuss what I talk about.
It was not a sex dream about my parents. I'd like to make that very clear for anyone who might be listening.
Me and Brutus told you harrowing backstories, and you told us about the time you woke up and your dad told you had just finished piping your mother and was dipping his head in the trough.
I am sorry, okay?
Next time gets the point, like, you were going to tell us about a dream, but then you got really sidetracked about that whole ordeal, and, you know, like, the funny thing is me and Brutus looked horrified the whole time, and you just were talking through it smiling.
It's the smile that really made it weird.
I'm sorry, okay? I haven't dealt with a lot of people.
Same.
All right. Brutus looks at Clyde and goes, well, you kind of brought us here for this mission, so where do we go now? Are we going back to get another mission, or do we have somewhere else to go?
You hear Benzema pipe up from the other end of the room.
Well, if you're not looking to go back to Bombadierman, I recommend you keep walking up the road. Probably another day's journey or so. and you'll make it to Allfarensbyen. Sometimes I like to go there. It's a bit religious for me, but they got some good supplies that come true. So, might want to check that out. You weird folks, you might fit right in there.
I'm going to turn around and just look him straight in the eye and go, "We're the weird ones?"
Benzema looks directly at Guinan and is just,
well, you know what they say, guilty by association.
Yeah, that's the weird one. All right. So
100%
let's.
You
the
know
weird
what?
one.
I resent all of this.
Okay, cool. Let's roll out.
You reap what you sow. Let's go.
Come on, Squishy, let's go.
so
Guinan follows thinking he's talking to her.
He is.
So you guys are walking for a little bit, and Clyde, you hear a familiar voice about, 3-4 hours into your nice little hike. You hear a familiar voice behind you. As you turn around, it is Byron, the man that you had to drink with the first night of the night 2 nights ago, just before the festival. I cannot speak. And you see he kind of notices you, and he waves and kind of jogs up to you.
Oh, hey. Brian, right?
Close enough. I see that you're traveling with a nice party here.
I completely changed his accent, but he's a pirate now.
It's all cool. It's all cool. This is Brutus, and this is Guinan. We have a sort of temporary alliance, I suppose you'd call it.
Well, the name's Byron. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
I don't want to take too much of your time, but Clyde, I found something that you may be interested in, and since there's a party with you, it may be beneficial for the three of you.
And he ruffles around in his backpack, and he pulls out a white, kind of like a cylindrical capsule. It's, I don't know, maybe like a foot tall. And Clyde, he hands it to you and says,
Now, I don't know if you've ever been around Strand Cotton Camp, but there's a good host of archaeological sites, and one of them nearby, there's some interesting technology. I was around there recently, and I came across this.
And he hands it to you.
Would I recognize this? Because I'm from there.
Give me a 2d6 plus special.
Oh, that's 4.
All right. 4, this may as well be like a milk carton to you.
I'm going to start shaking it.
As you shake it, you don't hear anything on the inside.
I'm going to throw it to Guinan. You seem to be the brains of this operation so far, so take this.
Guinan, as you grab it, you see like an inlaid button that you inadvertently touch, and you see this blue screen pop up from the top. And it looks like it has you would know it as people to be a touchscreen, but as characters, you just see like this screen pop up. And Byron just looks at it and
Fascinating. I didn't know it could do that. Well, in any case, what we were able to figure out, this is what looks to be called a box link system. Not quite sure what that means, but essentially what we were able to figure out is essentially a mobile storage for Pokemon that you catch on your journey. It's usually pretty tough to carry around more than a couple at once, so if you want to decide that you want some options, you can use this thing, and I'll show you how it works. So you take one Pokeball, and he produces a Pokeball from his belt, and you put it in this doohickey right here, and he like flips open what looks like a big thing of salt, like you know what I mean? Something that you can put things into, an input hash.
I'm very skeptical when he uses the word doohickey to describe this.
So you can take your Pokeballs, you can put them in here, and
then the Pokeball, he closes the hatch and it rolls in. And then you see on the screen, you see a picture of a Shieldon, or a Bastiodon, I'm sorry. and you see that it's in like a pasture, and it's just kind of like walking around.
So, this is new to me. I didn't know you could do this, but apparently you can look at the Pokemon that you have in here, and whenever you want them again.
And he pushes another button, and you see another hatch comes out with the Pokeball. You see the Bastiodon disappears on the screen, and the Pokeball is returned. And Byron says,
and you can just pick and choose. I've only tried this with a couple, but it does not seem that there's any sort of capacity that we can see. So maybe the three of us can play with it, see what it's about. Hopefully use it well, and maybe when we see each other next, you may have some more findings. I thought about holding this around, but right now it's just me and Bastiodon, so there's not really much need for me to hold on to too many Pokemon, but I thought, especially as you three are traveling around and doing the adventure thing, might be helpful for you.
Thank you for the magical come and go away tube.
I like that name better. The come and go away tube.
Yeah, Clyde, you know this guy?
Sorry, what? That guy's voice is so loud. I had one beer with the guy, and you know, and I gave him the good old strong cat and camp goodbye, and didn't even say goodbye. And
He followed you all the way here?
I am just as worried as you are. I am not gonna lie to you.
Did we turn around and just walk away as we're having this conversation?
Yeah.
Byron's just kind of standing there, and as you're just like walking away, he's just like, you can hear him in the background like,
the old strong cat and camp goodbye, got me again. All right, I'll be seeing ye.
And he just walks into the forest.
What the fuck?
Guinan? Please look after that. I feel like if me or Brutus holds on to that. Wait, you have that big bag? You can put it in that big bag, you know? We may never see it again, but...
Yeah, Guinan just shoves it straight into her backpack. Her giant, oversized Dora the Explorer style backpack.
I just imagine her with like one of those, like, do you remember those kids in school and they had the bag that was too big for the body, so like
that was
walking
me.
like this.
I had every bag. I never used my locker once.
That's fully what's happening.
So as you guys are walking for another few hours without too much more interruption, as you crest a small hill, you are able to see a city. It's certainly smaller than Bon Madirbin, but you are able to see the first signs of civilization that you've seen in a few hours. And you see a sign on the road that says, welcome to Allfarensbyen. Just a quick idea of what we're looking at here. I have a lore paragraph. Allfarensbyen is a smaller city where the history seeps out of the ground. Grand cathedrals and dwellings made out of bleached white stone situate the neat and orderly grid of streets, filled with clergy people giving sermons from small urban churches, religious merchants selling wares, and crusaders relaxing in taverns between their grand tours of duty. There are two main districts of the city. One of them is more religious, where the majority of the larger churches are, and one of them is more residential and commercial. You're able to see that there's a wall separating these two districts, and there's a small hill with what looks to be another white building. You can see a golden, like a circular looking thing. You're too far away to really tell what it is, but there's this golden circular looking thing on top of this one building that's the tallest building in the city. And as you guys are looking at the town city in front of you, you see somebody walk up and greet you.
Hello, travellers. My name is Cedric Alvarez. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm part of the welcoming committee here at Allfarensbyen. What are your names?
Brutus.
I'm gonna look at Brutus and Guinan and go, like, is this normal?
Brutus shrugs. I don't know, but he seems like a nice enough fellow.
I'm Clyde.
Clyde, pleasure to meet you. And you said that your name was...
Brutus.
Brutus, it's a pleasure. And how about yourself?
Guinan, charmed, I'm sure. And then she immediately tries to shake your hand very enthusiastically.
It is shaken back just as enthusiastically. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm so glad you're here. Come along. I'll show you the town.
And Cedric begins to pivots right on the heel and starts walking toward town.
Brutus seems
Guinan
sort of
follows after.
stunned. Yeah, stunned for a second. And all right, why not? Nothing else to do. Might as well.
Clyde's just gonna mutter to himself, why do we trust people so easily? And just continue walking.
What's not to trust, Clyde? Keep it to your fucking self, Clyde. Stay in your goddamn lane, Clyde. Right then. So you see over here, we got the mostly residential section on this side of town. You can see there's a bit of it left. We had a big wall in the middle of town, a big old wall. Built it right through the middle. It was something of a schism. Yeah, I've heard lots of stories about it. It's a bit before my time, but it's a town. The history seeps right into you. You'll learn to love it. Back in my day, there were a lot more people who worked around the wall. The border guards, we called them. They weren't actually border guards. It's not a real border. Don't worry about nothing like that. Nothing funny business, nothing like that. But now the far side of town's all the churchy folk. All the cathedrals. Lovely architecture. I'll have to take you through there. Pardon me, have you folks eaten? We could take a stop, have a bite?
We could use some food. Yes, it's
All right, enough said.
been a few hours.
Few hours. Boy, hungry lad, ain't you? Right then, we'll get on there. Tavern food's good for you, all right? Little gruel in your day.
Oh, good. More gruel.
Oh, we love
You'll
gruel.
love it. The things they do at the Holy Fool to fucking die for. Oh, you'll love it. It's wonderful. And Cedric is going to hard turn to the left and like scoot straight down an alley and just starts like very local cutting through side streets and alleyways across town that way to lead you folks to the Holy Fool.
Yeah, so after a few quick cuts through some alleys and side streets, you get to a nice-looking tavern. You see like a traditional kind of Friar Tuck monk sitting back in a chair with like swirly lines around his head that in stylized text says, "The Holy Fool." And as you walk in, you see a relatively bustling tavern, not packed, but there's certainly a good amount of people. You see a barkeep from the other side. He waves and says, "Hello, my friend." And he looks at Cedric. "Hello, my friend. We meet again."
Hello, how you doing? It's been a minute. I've been away.
Oh man, where should we begin?
With the drinks.
Read my mind. And you see, as you sit down on the table, barkeep gets you a nice spread, some drinks, some food, and y'all sit down for dinner.
Sorry, before you go, could we get a flagon of fool's gold for the table? You folks will love it. It's to die for. It's a local specialty. One big one, please. Put it on the order.
Yes. Discerning taste. I'll be right back with that. And you see he walks into a back kitchen area.
Is that a form of beer?
It's like if tequila was made of beer. Yeah.
I don't know how to take that.
Is he... Are you trying to get us drunk at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Is that what time it is? Me sundial's broken. That's a little joke for you. I don't own a sundial. Couldn't afford one. However, we can put it all on the work tab. It's a tax write-off, eh? You learn a thing or two in Churchtown. Lovely place.
The only thing better than food is free food.
Guinan looks visibly relieved that she doesn't have to pay for this.
What about our Pokemon? Is it good to eat? Feed them too?
Don't eat the Pokemon, no. You use them for companionship,
No, that's not.
sometimes
No.
battling. I would not recommend as a food source. We've got a whole forest for that.
Yeah. I meant for the feeding of the Pokemon.
Do they like beer?
Maybe.
That's a joke. You don't give them beer either. Most of them ain't 21. But there is a feed shop on the side of town. We can stop there on the way further in.
Cedric, can you roll me also 2d6 plus your special stat?
So that is a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
I can do math.
You take a second, and as you're sitting down, you see this big like golden flagon of ale is brought very ceremoniously down into the middle of the table. As you see this thing, you catch, or Guinan catches your eye, and you think for a second, and you realize you've definitely seen her before, or somebody that looks very similar to her.
Oh no.
Have you, pardon me asking, we haven't even started sipping yet. Do I know you from somewhere? You're fantastically familiar.
Oh, well, you know, my dad is one of those
Not
famous
you,
free adventure.
Clyde.
Oh, never mind.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Never.
I would have remembered you.
I'll take it as a compliment. Never been through Allfarensbyen, or?
I mean, just passing through, never like, staying or anything like that. Just,
I see.
You know.
I see. Always the tourist, never the tour. I know how it goes. I don't know what that
Yeah,
means
just
either. Don't
family
read into
stuff.
it. Sometimes I just talk and I figure out where the sentence is going once it got there.
I'm actually like that too. Yeah. The boys really don't like that about me.
What are boys good for anyway?
I think you
a
need
good
to
point.
slow down on that beer, my friend.
He hasn't even started yet.
I haven't started. I just got a bit of a stutter sometimes.
Brutus dips his cup into the, I assume it's like a pot on in the middle.
If that's what they brought us, then a bucket.
Oh yeah, it's a big old bucket of
Yeah.
liquor.
He takes a big old swig. Oh, that's bizarre in a pleasant way.
Yeah. Aged with honey. Aged for, what day is it?
Wednesday.
15 years,
Oh.
give or take.
He presses a button on his Pokeball and his Squirtle pops out. So he goes, "Here, try this brick." And the Squirtle
You
takes
know-
a sip.
That Squirtle's like 3 days old, man. You can't be giving him beer already.
He's fine.
You see Brick taste to it like a fish to water, and
He's a water type. It's fine.
Roll me 2d6 plus defense, real
Brick's
quick.
defense.
Yeah.
Brick's getting hammered.
That's a 4.
Oh yeah, Brick is fucked up. I'm gonna count that as a failure, so you can mark 1 on your EXP tracker.
I need to
But Brick
burn
is
some XP.
fucked up.
So wait, God, pardon me asking. Guinan immediately went to deny, but would I recognize Cedric?
You know what? You give me a 2d6 plus special.
8. That's a 9.
You know what? Actually, something you've never seen Cedric's face before, but you feel like you've heard that voice at home. There have been sometimes,
Oh no.
a couple of times where your mother has been discussing business with various people, and as you kind of listen to it and get more familiar with it, you've definitely heard this voice at least once or twice. Nothing crazy, but you've definitely heard the voice.
Yeah, I think Guinan would definitely continue her campaign of deny. But upon realizing this, I think she's going to be visibly very nervous, just extra twitchy.
I don't think Brutus marks that as anything unusual.
Yeah, she seems like a twitchy person in general. So it's just like, oh, she's having a twitch again.
You seem nervous. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's great. It's so great. I love this alcohol that you've brought us. This is excellent. It's so unique.
Other than food, what is there to do in this town?
Oh, there's so much to do in this town. Right, we can go on a tour. We can see lots of historic buildings. There's across town on the other side of the schism. There's still plenty of street sermons. You can learn a lot. There's so much to learn here. There are religions here with over a dozen members. Yeah, real tens of people
Impressive.
can come to this town at once to hear them talk. It's particularly mind blowing. Oh, fucking excuse you. Got the old tavern cat on me lap.
Cedric, you notice as you guys are still at the table, you see somebody dressed in white robes with this golden inlaid circle within a circle as like a necklace, walk in and kind of scan the room and walk pointedly over to you.
Good afternoon, for the Flav. Flavor, we call him for the Flav, for the obvious reasons.
Oh.
And you see he nods and says, Chaplain Cedric, I think we may have, sorry to budge in.
Oh, no, I'm only entertaining newcomers to town. Nothing that we wouldn't want to make a horrible first impression on talking business, Flavor. We like to have fun here.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Brutus takes another drink.
Well, that's... you see Flava is like going from one foot to the other, just like very nervously like shifting his weight, and he's just like, well, it's actually about that. When you're done here, we have development. I think
The dry cleaners?
Tonight might be the night.
Oh. Tonight?
Tonight.
What happens tonight?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm kidding. We're having a little get together down at the chapel. The order. You're all invited, of course. I think you'll love it.
How many people are in your religion?
At least dozens, I'm assuming.
I'd say, what would you say for the Flav? Around 20, 21 at this point? I don't know, we just had a bit of a debacle.
Impressive.
So, Cedric,
Yes?
what god do you worship?
That is a wonderful question, my friend Clyde. And to answer it, allow me to scroll back in my memory.
You see Flava, he's just like jumping up like, can I do the spiel this time?
Do you think you can get it right? I know you've been practicing.
I'll try. I'll try my best.
You three go easy on it. This is new for him, and it's either he
We
does
would
this
never-
or I can already feel the stutter coming back. So
We would
take it away.
never heckle someone of his nature.
he's Italian.
Ugh.
Okay. So we are a part of this great order. It's called the Order of the Divine Axis. And Guinan, as soon as these words leave his mouth, you know exactly what's going on. We are all, it's the coolest thing, okay? We're all like treasure hunters, right? And we're scholarly treasure hunters. So we like to go around and we have fun adventures. We go around the region, we go beyond the region, we go to different planes. Oh man, that field trip to Arborea, oh, that was so cool. I'm so happy that I got to be I got to be on that. That was great. But we like to go around and we like to look for anything interesting that we can learn and study and share with the people. It's great.
7 out of 10.
So you're a group of nerds. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that about sums it up. Yeah. I've got to level with you all. It's a wonderful organisation. They have fantastic benefit. They do a lot of good here in town. They helped me a lot. It got me off my feet. It's a charity in a way. Please don't be too put off by my associates' overzealousness. And I do apologise if this happens sometimes. It's this and I forget things. But it's a wonderful organisation because there's always something new to learn. It's something new to do. And you can really find yourself that way. I think you folks would really benefit from stopping by.
We would love to.
Brutus reaches over and slowly slides your drink away from you. I think you've had enough, friend.
And it actually helps with it. There's antihistamines or something.
He dunks your cup in and gives it back to you. Full up then.
After my own heart.
Well, Chaplain Cedric, we're making the plans back at the chapel here. So if we want to, if our guests would like to hear more, maybe we speak there.
Wonderful. But I can teach you the way. I can lead you there. We can stop at a couple of the landmarks. I can tell you all about the landmarks. There's just so much history in this town.
All right. Brutus looks at the other guys. Is there literally anything else that we have to do before we do this? I don't think so.
No, this sounds great.
You just look at Clyde and he's already mentally checked out. He's just like spaced.
Nerds. All right. I guess, why not?
Yeah.
Can we finish eating first?
Yeah, more cheese, please.
All right. I will meet you there. Lovely to meet all of you, Cedric. Lovely to see you, as always, sir, Chaplain.
Not, sir.
I'm sorry. I always forget. Chaplain Cedric. Oh boy. And he just kind of like I don't know how to, another fucking visual gag on an audio podcast. I don't know how to describe this.
Fans himself with his shirt.
There it is. He waffles his shirt.
He just starts fucking around with the shirt.
Yeah.
He's touching himself. It's weird.
He and he again just kind of like backs out and he's just like, all right, sorry, I'm just it's an exciting time for the order. I'm sure Cedric will give you some more information as we're going. I will see you all there, hopefully.
Oh, you'll see us all. Don't worry about that. I'll make sure we all get there safely.
Flava nods and he walks out of the bar.
Thank you, Mr. Flav.
He waves back. Praise be the Allfather.
You want to know the funniest part about him?
Sure.
What?
I'm not a chaplain.
Brutus laughs uproariously.
I think in Flava's head, he thinks Cedric's name is Chaplain Cedric.
Yeah.
So, I assume we all finish eating?
Yeah, it's a pretty rowdy bar as far as, rowdy in a church town goes, but nothing too crazy happens. People are just kind of enjoying their evening.
Fucking ripping through the doxology. Praise God from whom all blessings flow.
You hear like a trap, like a mobile sermon walking by the door, and you hear this old man just as he walks by.
Oh, Father, hear my prayer. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see?
Oh, no.
I know that one.
No.
That's from the Book of Creed.
You see this like old man sticks his head in the bar and he's just like, yes, the creed of the Allfather.
Christ.
We like to have fun here.
Yeah, we sure do.
I still haven't caught on to the books for fun folk. Shall we then?
Shall we?
Absolutely.
Where are we going?
Just follow us, Clyde. We got... there's an adventure afoot, apparently. I don't know.
I was planning revenge in my head for the last 25 minutes, so,
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that I'd love to hear more about later, but for now, let's maybe walk in the direction of church and we can figure out the revenge stuff later.
Yeah, it's a whole thing with his parents. Don't worry about it. Not related to you.
Can't live with him, can't live without him.
Yeah, well, sometimes they can't either.
I'm sensing some fridge undertones. A slight chill in the air, as it were. A little bit of the old, Zubatman treatment.
So as you guys are making your way, again, just kind of going through alleys and walking through some side streets, some main streets, the sun has fully set, and as you get closer to this hill in this building, you see that the one, this like gold inlaid circle that you were able to kind of see from the front of town, you're able to see that it's the same emblem as the necklace on Flava's person.
A clock.
Yes.
Nice.
It's not a clock.
Nice.
As we're all walking, Guinan is going to try and have like an individual conversation with Cedric where Brutus and Clyde cannot overhear, assuming that they're going to be bored and distracted on this walk.
You can do pretty much anything near Brutus without him noticing if you don't want to.
Yeah.
He just is walking.
Yeah, Clyde's probably just going to be like asking Brutus if we should tell Cedric about the weird sex dreams.
No, probably not. We really don't want to spread that around. That can be a lot for a lot of people.
I'm just really confused. We've known each other for less than 3 days, and I know more about her parents' sex life than I did anything else about her.
Yeah, it's not important. I've already forgotten half of it anyways.
I can't forget. She looks so happy about it, Brutus.
I think this is the most serious Guinan's looked since you would have met her, Cedric. I know how you know me.
Oh, well, elucidate me. Leave me hanging.
You cannot tell anybody that you know my mother.
I'm gonna keep it level with you. I've been a man of the cloth a short time, and I know a lot of people. You have to be more specific.
I understand. I understand.
What was the name? What's your mother's name?
Can't say too much at the risk of being overheard.
What was it?
She
You can
lives
whisper
in-
it. What's your mother's name? Help me out here. Give me a clue. What's it start with? Rhymes. 2 words. Sounds like.
And you can like see how hard Guinan's like fighting it, and she's like worrying her lip and like wringing her hands. And my family lives outside of Kirkby. You would have visited us at our estate.
That narrows it down. Did I mention the memory issues? You have to be more
That's quite all right.
specific.
Just
How do I know?
religiously affiliated.
Cedric, you would realize that the benefactor of the Order of the Divine Axis lives in an estate just outside of Kirkby.
You mean the down at the foot of the? Really? I knew you looked familiar. It's been ages. I mean, a long fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really? Do you know how old I was when I went there? Me either.
How old?
I had no idea.
That's
I was
fair.
really hoping that you could help me out with that one too.
No, it's been a few years for sure.
Weath? Was it Weath?
That's close enough. Yeah,
KG. Alright.
Yes.
Keep your secrets.
Can I roll to see if Clyde would have picked up on that? Just that one name, because I feel like he just has.
So I'm going to say the minute that Cedric said, parents, you tuned yourself out, I will let you roll 2d6 plus special with disadvantage.
I got plus special. I got a 10.
Okay, you got a 10. So your body is like actively trying to tune this out as soon as you heard the mention of parents. So you didn't hear all that much, but you did hear the one word that like snapped you back to attention. That was Weath. You didn't hear any context, so you're not 100% sure what you heard, but certainly sounds familiar.
Yeah, be real careful how loud you are about this, because Clyde, Mr. Mooney over there, he's got like a blood oath. Yeah.
With your... Really?
Yeah.
Juicy.
Yeah, it's made it really uncomfortable for me, so I didn't want to say anything because I'm like trying to distance myself from the whole situation. But
all right, social distancing, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old rage.
I mean, that's why, when they went and they told their like long, heartfelt stories, and then all of a sudden I hear like, he wants to fucking kill my mom and all that. I'm like, yeah, me too. But for me, it's more like, mom suck, I'm a teenager sort of thing. And for him, it's like, blood oath.
I mean,
Look,
I love a blood oath as much as the next person. However, we run up a big tab, and I prefer to not be on the line for it. So maybe we cool it. The blood oath.
I would suggest that just heavily. We don't really communicate, but if I did tell my mom that you blew up my spot or whatever and got me killed, I can't even imagine what she would do to you.
That would be unfortunate. I have a feeling we wouldn't be on the greatest terms if I were to do something like that.
Probably not.
That said, it is a very exciting time to be here with the Order.
Of
and I
course.
don't think we're going to have
I'm so
that
excited to see what you guys have for tonight.
I don't think we're going to see these sorts of problems much longer. I'm very excited. So here we are.
As you guys walk up to this church, you see the doors swing open, and of course you see Flava and a couple other people wearing the same kind of white robes and this encircled inlaid gold chain. And Flava says, welcome to all of you. Cedric, we're about to start the final plans for our event this evening, so
have we,
why don't we,
with the doors open, have we given the doxology already?
No, we were waiting for you.
You're waiting for... All right. Chaplain's duty. Right, I gotta do this.
As you all walk into this chapel, you see the doors close behind you, and that is where we're going to end our session.
Hi, Hale.
Hey, Hale.
Hey.
Who are you, and where can people find you?
So, right, if you're looking to find me, look harder. You can find me on the Digiverse podcast and the Across the Plains network.
over in that neck of your favorite podcasting app. I'm also on social media, which you can find through that show. And if you find me any other way, then
Creepy.
don't look too hard.
Yeah.
Just maybe. Hey. Hi, my name's Hale. Don't look for that. Also, I'm a community moderator for the Roaring Trainers Discord, so if you enjoy other Pokemon podcasts, you can find me there, generally causing a mess and keeping the peace somehow at the same time.
It's pretty impressive.
It's a perfect balance, I won't lie.